Welcome back. Today I'm making my Namaste Illuminated Angel Aura Rose Quartz soap. That is such a mouthful. There's a lot of planning and intention whenever I'm creating one of my crystal soaps. I always consider the color palette, the design, and even the scent whenever I'm coming up with a new crystal soap idea. So for this one, I really felt that the scent, which is a very sugary, sweet, fruity blend, was perfect for Angel Aura Rose Quartz. I've just added all of my liquid oils here, so that'll help bring down the temperature of my batter so that I'm not soaping at too high of a temperature. The plan is to do a rainbow layer design inside the soap. This is to mimic the iridescent sheen you'll find on Angel Aura Quartz. The bulk of the soap will end up being this really light, sort of peachy, glittery color, and then the rest will be the rainbow. Now, the goal wasn't to do a traditional Roy G. Biv color scheme, because I don't think I needed to be super literal with the rainbow colors in order to achieve the rainbow effect. As always, I hand stir all of my colors just to mitigate any sort of air bubbles being introduced into my soap batter. This is purely for aesthetic reasons. Air bubbles don't affect the final outcome of a bar. I wanted these colors to be soft and more pastel, so I'm adding a little bit of my pre-dispersed titanium dioxide to a few of these colors. Now the fun part begins where we can add the fragrance and get the colors into the mold. There's a lot of shimmery mica in this base, and you can see it as I pour it into the mold here. So this will be the first layer, and then I'll be going in and layering all the different rainbow colors on top, then finishing up with the base color again. This is considered a drop swirl technique, which is my favorite. I like organized chaos in my designs. I don't like really crisp lines or anything too rigid. The base color thickened up a little bit, as you can see here, but it's still very workable and easy to get into the mold. I don't like to waste any soap, so any leftover batter is being sprinkled on top so I can do a fun, pretty swirl design. I felt the top needed a little bit more shimmer, so I'm doing a mica drizzle, and that will get incorporated into the swirl. Same thing with my swirling. I don't have any sort of plan, I just swirl it. Now we can add the crystals. Again, my gloves are off, but I'm making sure not to touch the raw soap batter because it is still very caustic. And yes, I look at all sides of the crystal to try to put the prettiest side down. I forgot to record, but I also sprayed a pink pearlescent mica on top. So pretty. I typically unmold and cut my soaps after about 24 hours. That seems to be the sweet spot for me and my recipe. I did a half batch for this soap, so this will get me about 30 bars. Hey, that's my face. Enough of that, but now we have to get this slab into 3 manageable loaves. This little sliver will be cut into soap samples to include in your orders. A little cleanup before I start cutting, just because it makes the beveling process easier when I get to that step. When the vision becomes reality.
Incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular.
I was going to edit some of these shots out, but I really wanted to showcase how each bar is incredibly unique. Each bar is so shimmery inside too, it's so pretty. You can really see how shimmery the top is right here. I like to bevel my soap bars even if it takes a little bit longer. I feel like they just look more professional and clean for my brand, but it also makes the soap more comfortable to use in your hand. The last step is to stamp each bar with my business name. Because who doesn't love a little extra marketing? If you're a fellow soap maker, there are tons of Etsy shops that are selling soap stamps, so just find one with good reviews in your budget and you're good to go. These bars are available on my website, just look for Namaste Illuminated.